and welcome to another video. So the other day I was at the Philadelphia Museum of Art and I stumbled upon a little brass sea goat on an antique dresser. I took seeing that as a sign that I should make a Capricorn themed hoop. It's been a while since I've done any work that is zodiac themed, but I have done a lot of that in the past. It's subject matter and symbolism that I come back to because it's very magical and fun, and I think I've always loved astrology. I love talking about it with my sister, and I have a bit of a formula for when I go about making like an astrological themed hoop or tapestry or whatever. I thought that me making a Capricorn hoop would be a good excuse to share how I go about coming up with the layout, and then the choices between beading or embroidering, and just in general the whole process of it. I'm going to be using this black hoop with cotton fabric as the background. Nowadays when I buy hoops, if I don't come across them in a thrift store or like secondhand shop, I will buy them bulk on eBay, like as used bundles. I'll search used hoops or used hoop lot on eBay and then look through which ones look the best or are the type of hoop that I prefer, and what the best prices are. Like before the holidays I restocked all of my secondhand hoops and had got a large order from eBay, and a couple of them were stained dark brown, but the stain job wasn't a very appealing look. Like it was done very messily and patchy, so I decided to paint it black, as you can see, just with acrylic paint. It's also not the best job, but it looks a lot better, and I thought it would be a fun opportunity to have a black hoop with a black background. The cotton fabric is not necessarily my favorite thing to work with because it's thin and it doesn't look quite as luxurious as like a linen would, but I figured my challenge is to bead and embroider the piece so that it has the level of luxury that I want to achieve. But yeah, this cotton is from my sister's old bed sheets that somehow got handed down to me because everyone's always giving me fabric. Well, you know, I may as well make use for it, and I love using a black background for my work. I feel like it's been a while also since I've done that. So I'm gonna move over to my work table and talk a bit about the Capricorn inspiration and my game plan for drawing out a layout. Okay, this is my little setup. I've got my hoop here. This is what I'm going to be using to draw on it, which I feel like I've shown in other videos. It's a very fine tip metallic paint pen. It is permanent, so I'm gonna have to be careful as I draw. So far I know I want a sea goat to be in this general area, like the bottom half of the hoop, I think. I like when there's like a motion kind of to my pieces. So if a sea goat is kind of curving upward, then I might want like some kind of plant curving back down. Maybe I'm gonna include like a beaded eye because I'm always including beading eyes, and I don't know, I like including them. I also thought I could possibly include a little Saturn planet since Capricorn's ruled by Saturn. Maybe some stars, maybe a candle since it's nighttime. Those kind of moody aspects I like incorporating, especially when it's a black background. I do have this book. Yeah, this is the book Parker's Astrology, and I like to reference it a lot because the illustrations are incredible and they go into all of the symbolism that's associated with different signs. So here's Capricorn, and yeah, if I'm doing a piece like this, I like to kind of do a bit of research either online or in books like this that I've got. It's like little inspiring images here and there that are fun to see, But this also has interesting notes about like what plants are connected to Capricorn. It says ivy and pansy, so I thought I could include some pansy flowers, like, I don't know, something like that. I think on the other page, yeah, they show more pansies. It's funny, it's a little random. I like the pine cone. I feel like I don't embroider pine cones often, and I think these elm leaves are very pretty, so that'd be fun to do as well. Anyways, I'm going to start drawing, and as I draw, I'll kind of figure out where everything's going to go and what I'm going to do. The most important thing is I'm going to put the sea goat down here and see how that comes out. I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna bead and embroider scales like this, but I'm just drawing it out. I kind of have an idea where I want to have like an encrusted jewelry tail to this. It would be really cool to do scales like this, and I have seen recently embroidered scales on an antique shirt in a book that I have that I thought was extremely cool. It just would be annoying to bead something like this. It would be very detailed and take a long time. So I might just kind of ignore that and use the scale-like effect that beads already have. I'm gonna add a little star, maybe a couple stars. Next, I'll add a little wild pansy. I think I'm gonna have it curving this way, like I said. Let's see. I'm gonna give a little more motion to the stem than what pansies usually have, but it's okay because this is like a magical sea goat realm. We'll add some leaves. The flower's gonna be okay, next I'm gonna add a little eye over here, I think. It's gonna be like a little charm of a lover's eye. Okay, maybe I'll add, I'm not sure if I should add the planet Saturn or the symbol for Saturn. I think I want to do the actual planet. I think I'm gonna use this to trace a circle because I just have it. I don't know if I want it in the, I don't really want it in the center. I think I want to have it coming down here because we have nothing going on right here. There's that circle. I'm gonna go ahead and add one of those elm leaves. Have it curving this way. Just one of them. And I think I want to add a little magic droplet of water. I want to add a star up here. That's fine. Yeah, should I do a few more stars? Why not? I think that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that layout. It's very filled in. You know, I think it's nice to every once in a while go really hard on a piece. now I guess I'll talk about which parts I'm going to embroider and which parts I'm going to bead. And this kind of comes down to what's easiest for me. Like for the flower, I think embroidery is going to be better so that I can really do detailed shading. I also think this leaf would be nice embroidered. I think I'm going to bead the eye. The background of the eye is going to be embroidery, and then the outline is going to be beading. I think I'll also have this large star be beaded, but then all the small stars here are going to be thread. I think this will be beaded. And then the Capricorn, I'm not sure. I know I want a beaded tail. I kind of want to outline the body in thread, possibly fill it in with thread as well, and then bead the stars that are on top of it. Not sure exactly. Or the whole thing can be beaded. It's just going to mean that I'll lose some detail, and then the Saturn maybe is going to be embroidered, just to kind of have it balanced between embroidery and thread. So I decided to start embroidering the pansy first because I'm used to embroidering flowers, so it's kind of something easy to get out of the way. And I did split the threads in half, so this is 3-strand embroidery floss. Splitting the threads is going to make this flower look a bit more delicate than if I had used the 6 strands that the embroidery floss comes with, but my reasoning isn't necessarily for aesthetics. I chose to split the threads because this cotton fabric is super thin, the weave is very tight, and if I had kept it the full, like, thicker thread, I think I would have had a lot of trouble stitching through and not ripping holes into it. So because I started out with this pansy and ended up choosing shades of purple and this shade of blue, I ended up going with that as the color story. I knew primarily that I was going to use silver and gold for the main kind of sea goat and the eye and whatnot. I just let this flower choose the rest of the colors, which you'll see as I keep working. It's not particularly Capricorn, but I do think it's a magical color story. I love blue and purple, so I think it works. Alright, so it's day 3 and I'm gonna start incorporating some beading, starting with the beaded eye. The more detailed the beading is, the more likely I will be making a lot of reinforcement stitches. So for the center and then that kind of taupe color of the eye, I probably put 4 beads on my needle at a time, and now that I'm outlining the eye, I'm back to 6 to 8 beads. I mentioned before that I was going to embroider the background for this eye, but I changed my mind and decided to add beads behind it, but keep it the same color as the fabric, black beads. I think it's fun to see the textural difference even though it's the same color. Alright, so my method for beading this sea goat, and I did end up beading the whole thing instead of mixing embroidery and beading. I'm going about doing this very randomly. I hop around from all the different parts of the sea goat between the stars, the tail, and then I start outlining it because I realized that I like to have the outline when I'm beginning as like a boundary. Okay, it's another day later and I'm still working on this. I've been taking a lot of breaks as I'm working just to do other things so that I don't get too burnt out on this one single project. At this point, I'm in the home stretch, so all I have left to do is to finish this sea goat, and what that's going to be is filling in the tail with blue glass seed beads, and then I'm going to fill in the body with gold seed beads, adding some detail for the face, but nothing too crazy, just like a slightly larger teal like shiny eye. And then I ended up embroidering the mane with metallic blue thread because I happen to have it around. Once I'm done beading, I'm just going to finish up the hoop the way I always do by adding a backing and then putting some screws in and adding a chain so that it can hang. And this is the finished piece. I hope everyone enjoyed watching, and hopefully this was a helpful little video to show my process. Please do have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you again soon with more videos. Bye!